Every week here on Off the Bench, we catch up with LSU head football coach Ed Orgeron as the Tigers are in a bye week right now with a mandated day off here with Election Day as the Tigers will use this weekend, I'd imagine, for a big recruiting weekend. Let's dive into it with the head coach here on Off the Bench, ESPN, Baton Rouge, New Orleans, and Alexandria. Coach Ed Orgeron, good morning, Coach. How are you?
Good morning, guys. Great to be on the show.
Yes, sir. Good to have you back. Tell the truth Monday. What was the message like to your team yesterday afternoon?
Obviously, we got out-coached and we got outplayed. It was that simple. We should have had a better game plan on both sides of the football. We got out-physical on the line of scrimmage. We didn't play very well. Couldn't run the football. Anytime that you have turnovers that turn into 21 points, it's going to be tough. I thought our defense for the first quarter played pretty good, but then, we got back into giving up too many big chunks of runs and then misassignments and deep balls and stuff like that, stuff that we still haven't got fixed yet. I thought special teams, the return of Trey Palmer, the kickoff return is excellent. Zach Rosenberg continues to do a great job punting. There were some positives. You know what? We addressed it with the football team. We had a great day of practice yesterday, and we're moving forward.
Does your message get through? Do you see it getting through to your team when you address them in front of them with such, I guess, not like you said, there were positives, but the overwhelming feeling was it was a negative Saturday. Do you feel your message is getting through to your team?
Yeah, they do it. I mean, they watch it on film. Just tell the truth. Just watch it on the film. Here it is. Now, there's some things, they should have been coached better at. That's number one. So I can take that responsibility. There's some things that we went over it, and we did it in practice, and they ran the same play against us, and we didn't perform. I mean, the players got to be able to perform better there. But I believe in our football players. We've got a lot of football team left to go. We have a great mindset about us. We had a good practice Monday. The boys got the day off today. Everybody's going to go vote, and then we're going to come back to work on Wednesday and have a great practice.
Coach, if you're speaking on positives, and especially early on with the defense, I felt like Micah Baskerville gave you something in the middle, a little more decisive, a little more like meeting guys at the lines. By no means perfect, but what did you think of Baskerville's play as he stepped into that role?
Yeah, it made a difference. He's able to key diagnose. He's able to see a bunch of stuff and really focus on what he needs to and not get distracted. I thought he played very well. There's a couple of plays that he missed, and I'm sure he's mad about that. But as far as when I watched the film, he stood out to me.
Yeah, Coach, it's interesting because you talk about building a championship program, right? And when I look at the current short-term struggles, I think a lot even back to, obviously the 2017 season where there's a lot of parallels there. A very young team having to learn harsh lessons. How do you apply those same principles that you used back then, like to this team? And what do you mean when you talk about building a championship program?
Yeah, that's what I told him yesterday. I said, guys, we're right in the midst of building another championship program, just like we were in 2017. We got to believe in each other. But you know what? Sometimes you have to go through adversity. You don't want to, but to build grit, character, and toughness, and to understand, just because LSU beat South Carolina and South Carolina beat Auburn, that doesn't mean LSU is going to beat Auburn. I mean, you got to play every week. Every Saturday is different. You got to come with your hands up to fight. And Auburn did, and we fought for a little bit, but after a while we gave into it. So that's on me. I got to fix that. But I do believe that we're in the midst of building another championship program. We got a lot of great young players. We got some older guys that are going to fight like heck, one game at a time, the rest of the season. And we're going to see what this is going to pay off for us down the road.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like the lumps you take in the short term, right, with running these young cats out there. One of the lessons that you were just kind of touching on, Coach, and I wonder how you teach something like this, because it's not physical or it's not like, you got to set contain here, but that is that idea of absorbing some really big punches and not cratering, right? Because, like, the team was actually, like you said, the defense was playing their best game in that first quarter, and the ball was moving. It was maybe just getting stopped here and there for whatever reason. But after a couple of those big plays, it did feel like there was kind of a folding. So, like, how do you teach a young team like something like mental toughness in that situation?
Yeah, I think that comes with some maturity. I think that comes with another off season. I think that comes with some confidence. I think that comes with leadership and better coaching. I mean, you put all that together, you're going to get it. And I've seen this happen in this program before, and it turned around like that. and we're going to turn it around. We're going to have another championship team, and we're building it right now. And I see the similarities of what we're going through right now, 2017, and I apply it. And I believe in our players. I know that, and I do know they believe in us, and we're going to stick together.
What's your conversations like with Bo Pelini right now? I know that you had a lot of expectation for him coming into the season. What are they like right now in the midseason mark?
Yeah, he's been very positive with me. He understands that I'm the head coach. He understands that we're not doing very well. We go through every play on Sunday, what we did well, what we got to improve on. We do what we call corrections. He watches the whole tape with all of the defense after we do the corrections, and he corrects the whole defense himself. He knows his defense, and he sees where we had to simplify. We have simplified. Sometimes we understand that we need to make better adjustments, so it's an ongoing process, and he's been very positive.
You had a positive recruiting weekend, especially here in the state. You can't mention them by name, but what is the emphasis with recruiting closing up? And I'd imagine with the bye weekend that this will be a lot of effort and energy towards the future.
Yeah. I got to give Kevin Falk and Corey Raymond an outstanding job, and Derek Finansky of fighting. We got to fight to keep our best guys in the state. And we had a big fight last weekend, and we won it. We're very proud of doing that, and we're going to continue to do that. And we want to get the best players in the state, and it takes a lot of work. And our guys have worked very hard, so I'm all excited about the commitments that we have. Now we need to find the best players that fit our roster. Yesterday I went through an evaluation of our roster with our recruiting department. We listed specific needs that we may need in high school, junior college, or graduate transfers. We're getting a list of those names. We got the positions highlighted, and we're going to go get them. We've done very well here in graduate transfers. And so I'm excited about that. We've done very well in doing our evaluations of 3-star athletes. You look at the 3-star athletes that we got here, Ty Edwards-Helaire, Justin Jefferson. These guys have come in here and been some great players. They've been from the state of Louisiana. So we're excited about a lot of the recruiting that's going on. All our players have remained positive. The parents have remained positive. They believe in us. Look, it's just 1 year removed since we've been a championship football team, and they all saw that. So now they say that they see that they can come in and play for us right away. They see what there's some specific needs that's going to be filled with the guys that are leaving. So I think things are positive as far as the recruiting.
Well, and Coach, something that you touched on yesterday, which is kind of fascinating to start to think about, is because everybody has an extra year of eligibility, like roster management becomes real interesting, maybe especially for y'all, given just where the numbers are at right now. So, how do you approach this unprecedented re-recruiting era that y'all are about to enter?
T-Bob, good point. I put all the guys that possibly are leaving on offense and defense. I got them right in front of me here. And I put a star on. We got to start recruiting these guys. I know some guys are going to leave. I mean, I understand that. But some guys that they're going to be on the bubble, whether they should leave or not, I'm going to do my best job of starting to recruit them right now. In fact, I did yesterday. I give you an example. Liam Shanahan, I'd love for him to stay. And I told him that. And he's a great young man, and we'll see what's best for him in his career. But, offensive line, if we can get a couple of guys to stay, it would give us a little bit more maturity on the offensive line, so we wouldn't have to play a bunch of young guys.
Coach, I thought to myself in the fourth quarter when the CBS cameras caught a glimpse of your sideline and some of your guys maybe laughing and smiling when the score was like that, I thought to myself, if O sees that, he's going to go ballistic. How do you address something like that with your team?
Yeah, that's been addressed. That was addressed yesterday. I was unaware of that, obviously. And it's been addressed with our football team, and hopefully it doesn't happen again.
So, Coach, this bye week, what is the emphasis?
Obviously today I want the whole team to go vote. They registered to vote back in the spring, so everybody's going to go vote. We're going to work on Alabama today as a coaching staff. Tomorrow is going to be our first. It's going to be fix LSU first, and our first down day against Alabama. Thursday will be no Tiger Bowl. We're going to practice. It will be a third down day for Alabama and fix LSU. Friday, the players have off. Saturday, the players have off. Sunday, the players have off. Monday, we're going to come back ready for a great week against Alabama.
What is the early read on your next opponent?
Very good football team. You know, I watched their offensive line yesterday. A very strong offensive line, great offense. That's all I've seen so far.
Coach Ed Orgeron every week here on Off the Bench. Thank you, Coach. Get him right on the week off, and we'll talk to you next Tuesday.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. Go Tigers.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
There he is, Ed Orgeron, checking in from LSU football this morning. We will be back and close that hour number 1.